What is going on, fam? As you guys know, last week we ended up holding our trade through the weekend. I have to be honest with you guys, it was probably one of the most stressful weekends I have gone through, because you have to take into consideration that as soon as market opens up, it starts to shoot up one way or the other. It's just very active when market opens. You never really actually know what direction you're gonna go in. But it's currently Tuesday. I was supposed to record yesterday, Monday, but to be honest, I was busy. Sunday I was super busy. It was Easter Sunday, so I was with some family. And then Monday I was just busy doing haircuts. I was working out, just doing some other work that I had to catch up on. I did take a look at the market on Monday, and honestly it wasn't too bad. It was nothing that was too concerning. We almost got wicked out once again, but it started going back into profit. Again, nothing too concerning. I'm sure you guys know what has happened. We lost the trade. We lost the trade. Guys, I can't be any more sad about it. We just lost the trade. I think I'm gonna end my trading career here. I think trading is just not for me. And maybe I just need to go back to working fast food. I don't know what I need to do, but I just don't think trading is gonna be for me. Is what a fucking loser would say. Guys, just because something bad happened doesn't mean it's the end of the world. I've lost trades like this before. I've lost bigger trades than this before. It's all part of the game. You get up, you get on the next trade, and you catch a fucking win. And that's what we're gonna do this week, fam. As you guys know, last week I was looking at USD CAD, and this week it's looking very good. I'm not gonna say that's the one I'm gonna join this week, but it is doing exactly to the T what I was anticipating last week. Before we get ahead of ourselves, I want to break down AUD USD from last week and just show you what happened. As you guys can see, it doesn't get any more fucked than this. And if I'm being honest with you guys, I was just being a little bit greedy, because I realistically could have cashed out right here, got a 1 to 2.5 risk to reward, and we would have been set. We would have called it a day, and we would have had a winning week. But because everything that I was seeing, I just started thinking that it was gonna go in our direction. So on market open, this is Sunday. Sunday we just had this retracement all the way back up into drawdown, but this high here is equivalent to the previous lower high. So it didn't technically break past this, so it's still technically bearish. And like I said, we started pushing into profit, so I was like, okay, cool, we're going to go back into profit. We're gonna win this trade. The whole thing with the war and the whole thing with Trump's announcements, we just can't be holding our trades this long. We need to come to an understanding and realize these aren't the same markets as they were last year. They're just so volatile, they move so fast, and we just can't be holding these trades that long, because one little tweet by Trump and this happens. So there's not much to say about this one. We caught an L. Like I said, we should have cashed out right here. A 1 to 2.5 risk to reward would have been perfect for the week, but it is what it is. We're gonna have to take our L at the beginning of the week. Technically, this is still last week's trade, so last week we took our loss. What's up, fam? We finally closed our trade. For those of you that don't remember, we were in USD CAD, and I'm gonna break down the trade in a little bit. I'm just gonna eat, clean my room, and shower, and I'll give you guys the full breakdown. For me, it'll probably be like an hour, but for you, it'll be like 2 seconds. So straight to the breakdown. I told you guys that we were gonna make a new high to break the high, making it bearish, come back, retest this area of interest, and push down. As you can see, these are the same exact arrows. It did exactly what I said it was going to do. So on the 4 hour is clear where it had that retest. So we had the higher high, higher low, higher high, because it broke past this previous high. So this is the new high, this is the new low. And then we broke the previous low. As soon as we break past this, it becomes bearish. This is the lower low, this is the lower high. And just like I said, we were gonna come down, retest this area of interest, and push down. I didn't enter up here because I was waiting for more of a confirmation. But as you can see, we have an evening star formation, doji candle, bearish engulfing candlestick, engulfing previous 2 candles. And still, I'm glad I didn't enter yet, because we had this push right back to the area of interest. But as you can see, we pushed up and came right back down. That tells me that the sellers are a lot stronger in this area. We had a decent slowdown, but these previous wicks getting rejected over and over again is telling me that we're having more sell power than buy power. And I decided to enter off this candle, off this bearish candle right here. We were in drawdown for a majority of the night, and this morning we started having the push down. As you guys can see, it is about to be 11 a.m. I really don't have the most experience in the market. I've been learning Forex trading for about a year now. I think I started in May of 2025, and I've learned a lot. Fxalexg showed me a lot. I've just been studying. There's so much information out there that you don't want to get caught up in everything. It's just an information overload. So just stick to one strategy, learn the fuck out of that strategy, and just repeat it over and over again until it doesn't work. And honestly, I learned a lot about candlesticks. I learned a lot about what they mean. I learned about what it means when they do it at a certain area. I learned how to read proper market structure, and that's really important because imagine you're trying to take a buy when the market is bearish. It doesn't make sense. So you need to wait for a switch of structure, break of structure. There's so many terms and names for it. But guys, just lock in with one strategy, learn the fuck out of it. I am using the set and forget strategy, Fxalexg. I watched him. I was watching a lot of people, but his strategy made the most sense to me. His strategy was very simple, very clean, and I would watch his podcast. I would watch all his videos, his 10-hour training. I think I watched every single one of his videos of the 100 to the mill. And just watching those videos alone, the explanations that he says, you just learn so much from what he says. So that's how I learned. I never bought his course. I almost did, but I never went through. And even now, I didn't buy his course. I've learned to be patient because in the past I was very just snappy, get in a trade, try to make money. But I've been very patient. I need to see clear entry signals. I need to see that the market is making the move that I want it to make. And if it's not, then there's no trade. So once I make a lot of money, I'm gonna go say what's up to Alex G. I'm gonna document this. I'm gonna show him these videos. Same thing with Iman Gatti. Like, if it wasn't for Iman, I wouldn't have been in that mentality to push to try to make money online. So yeah, all these videos on my YouTube, I don't plan on deleting them. I like it because it's a journal, it's a journey. It's just something that I can hold and just watch in my own time, because there's been times where I go back and I watch my own videos and it's crazy how far I've came. It's crazy how comfortable I've been talking on camera. I can even say my editing is better, but most of all, my trading is better. But most of all, you always want to look to improve, always try to get better. And that's what we're here for, man. What's going on, fam? So last night I decided just to edit this video. We're gonna be posting once a week, trying to get our videos out every Sunday. So make sure you turn on post notifications, make sure you subscribe, and of course, make sure you like the video if you guys are actually getting any type of information. I'm gonna start vlogging. I have a couple trips planned out at the end of the month, so stay tuned for those. But most importantly, let's break down this trade, USD CAD. So this is USD CAD, guys. I actually closed this trade out at a 1 to 1.3, and this is why. I actually held this trade over the weekend. That's why I also didn't post on Sunday, because I was just waiting for this trade to play out. And I thought we were gonna get stopped out, guys, because we were in profit down here when market closed on Friday, and then when market opened, we shot up. Luckily, we came, retested this area, and pushed down. And the reason why I closed, because right here, we just were slowing down for 7 hours straight. No real movement whatsoever. This was also during Asia session, so there's not that much movement. But we do have a bad history of holding our trades a little too long, and then they just completely reverse on us. So after I saw this slowdown, I decided just to take out our profits. We had this push up, and I just didn't want it to happen again. So we took our profits, we cashed out $1,000, and at the end of the day, $1,000 is $1,000 we didn't have. But if we would have just held our trade, if we would have just committed to our trade, we would have cashed out another $1,000 to our 1 to 2 risk to reward. Pretty good trade, pretty good analysis. Guys, I've been waiting for this trade for 2 weeks already. Pop up the clip. Then the last trade is going to be USD CAD. I'm honestly not a fan of this one for this week, maybe next week. Since we're above, we break, come down, retest for the continuation, or we have a lower high that makes a new high, and then we break the previous low, making it bearish, and then we retest this area of interest for the push down here. But those are going to be the only pairs I'm interested in this week. What did it do? Exactly that. These arrows right here are the same exact ones that I've had for 2 weeks straight, and as you can see, higher high, higher low, higher high. We break past this higher low. Now it's lower low, lower high, came back, retest this area of interest, and pushed down. Exactly what I said it was going to do, to the T. So yeah, we missed out on another $1,000, but we also cashed out $1,000. So I'm pretty happy with it. It is what it is. We're gonna move on to the next trade. The markets are starting to move a little bit better, not so volatile. But you know what? I'll take my L on that. You know what? I'll take my V on that, because it's not an L, but it's also not a W. So I'll take my V. It's like a 50% win. So yeah, I'm officially a profitable trader. We're finally in profit. We're finally doing good for 2026. We started off really bad, but let's lock in. Let's cash out. I'm trying to make a lot of money this year. If you guys want to follow the trades, if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, if you guys just want to subscribe, turn post notifications on, and yeah, man, let's make a community out of this, man. Let's go.